Welcome to Rules of Villainy, episode 58, where 3 new trading card game players quest and challenge their way to the competitive top tables and discuss their opinions on Disney Lorcana. This evening, we'll be covering the latest news in Lorcana, answering your questions, and going over the newest developments in the game. I'm Villain Vince, joined as always by my 2 co-hosts, Villain Andy and the Mayor of Lorcana himself, Brad. How is it going tonight, gentlemen?
Good.
It's going. Yeah.
It's going good.
Did you hear the news?
What's the news?
I was going to do a Sopranos reference there, but I don't think you guys would get it. Go ahead. What you got?
Well, I was just going to say, did you see that there's a new rule of villainy?
Ooh,
I had that at the top of my list. Yep, I sure did. Who had that on their bingo card? Like, we didn't just get a new rule of villainy. They errataed an existing villain and put a new rule of villainy on it. Like, what?
Crazy.
It's insane. But what really felt really cool was I was in a work meeting and I came back to at least I don't know how many tags on Twitter and the socials and everything. Hey, you guys see this? And I'm like, no, but thank you for thinking of us, man. That's really, really cool.
I got a word for Mr. Ravensburger. Just saying. And also getting gaslit by Shane on the panel at Gen Con over there. It's like, oh, the villains are so hard to get rules from. You knew, sir. You knew there was a rule of villainy coming.
That's so funny.
For the listeners out there, Brad, do you want to share what the rule is? Do you have it in front of you?
I do not have it in front of me, and
it is the 8th rule
really
of villainy,
bad.
right?
It is the 8th rule of villainy on John Silver, greedy treasure seeker, who formerly had flavor text that I don't remember, but the actual new rule of villainy is...
You're still looking up? Do you need me to say it, Brad?
I got it.
Don't underestimate the power of a bad reputation.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
I should have had it pulled up, honestly.
So, I know some of us, I know Brad and Kirsten and myself all picked numbers, our team jersey numbers, based on rules of villainy. No one has number 8 on our team. So maybe a future team member, DKP, Ed, maybe Link or someone more reasonable. But hey, like number 8 could be all yours.
Yeah, if you like pirates.
Yeah, if you like pirates.
I won't choose it because the moment I choose it, it'll already be taken by somebody else.
That's a dig at me, but mine.
No, it's not. It's a dig at every single member of our team who I would be like, I'm gonna do this number, and Andy be like, yeah, somebody already took it. And I finally there was one, I think it was like Heather and Britt both took my numbers, and Andy was like, man, you could have it, but you gotta have a conversation with them. And I was like, you know what? Fine. They can have it. They can have it for now.
Yep.
I found out why I didn't get my D23 promotional package when signing up from last March.
Why?
I did some detective work today and found out that the shipping address was somehow populated with my email address. And for some reason, for the last 5 months, nobody has contacted me to let me know that they can't ship this to me. So I opened up a ticket with D23, and they're working on getting that out to me now.
How does that even work? Like, I mean, address line, the mayor of Lorcana at gmail.com, like apartment number. I
don't know
what fills in the rest of the field.
I'm just saying we should actually register that email address before this episode goes live if it's not already taken.
Yeah, it must have just been some Google. I was going through my promos. You guys were so generous to give me the Anna and the Pluto and the Goofy from Gen Con. I'm filling in my binder, and I'm looking on Dreamborn, and I'm seeing that what else I'm missing from promo set 2? Oh, the Iago. Where is that? It's been 5 months, no word on that. And I know you guys had a long wait on yours as well, but not this long. So I went and I investigated. I logged in and saw that somehow.
You know what? Honestly, actually, as you talk about that, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Keep talking. Vamp amongst yourselves.
Oh my gosh, what is going on here? I don't know what could have inspired him to take off like that. This is not a bit. I don't know.
You see all those unopened first chapter and second chapter boxes he's got back there next to the rainbow Legos and the Jafar quest. Look
Oh
at all
my
that.
goodness. Yes. Oh, he's got. Oh no, he's got a letter.
I'm back. I'm back.
He's got
Sorry.
a letter. Is this
We
letter?
just got a letter. Is this for the mayor? Is this Constituents Corner already? What do you got?
No. I was saying that like
Wow.
as you've been collecting your promos, I've been slowly purchasing enchanteds.
Chanted.
Oh,
So I got one in the mail. I don't know which one this is though. So we're gonna find out together.
just buying them like crazy.
Probably
King
hard to see.
Candy.
Let's see if
Oh,
it'll-
King Candy, a sapphire
won't
card
focus,
that looks
but King
entirely ruby.
It does look entirely.
One day Vince will get a
Ruby.
nicer camera that can autofocus.
Oh,
Got
congrats
him.
on your enchanted.
That's a nice
for
enchantment.
we got-
listeners
got the
listeners
look.
on the audio version, I will just say that my eyes are daggers at
Oh yeah,
Villainy
got
Indie
the
at
look.
moment. Yeah.
He's mad because he
let's
has
just
a
put it
nice
this way.
camera. It just doesn't autofocus when he wants it to.
I know. I don't know. I mean, it's user error, I'm sure. As Andy will tell me, 'cause same with audio things. Anyway, shall we get into some Underworld news?
we should.
All right. So first off, I think pretty exciting. Not this weekend that this episode comes out, but next weekend, Saturday, August 23rd, we'll be live streaming at One for All Games in Peoria, Illinois. And that'll start at 12 p.m. Central Time. I think that's 2 p.m. Eastern. And,
Or 2 p.m.
1
Vince
p.m.
time. If
1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central, 1 Eastern.
Oh, yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern. Yeah,
10
yeah, right.
10 Pacific
10 p.m. Pacific.
for those
Yeah,
early
time
ri-
zones, right?
Yeah.
But it's a 1K tournament, $35 entry per player. And Andy and I will be casting that on our channel.
question,
Yes.
will you be casting it this time, Vince?
Well, I
what
did
time
cast the last time.
Will you be casting
Remotely
in
though,
person?
right? Yeah.
They have a really nice new setup at One for All. So
Yeah, they do.
we're gonna combine a little bit of ours, a little bit of theirs. We're gonna get together the best possible setup we can. A lot of really, really good players at the last event, and I expect to see a similar turnout. So
And Alex,
Top-
the players
Yeah.
themselves, Alex and Chris and a lot of people, I'm seeing it on Facebook all the time and all the Facebook groups. They're just promoting it like crazy. So I think we're gonna have a really good turnout. We had a great turnout last time, and the stream went really well, and everything was great. And I suspect that this one's gonna be even bigger, and I can't wait because it's a great store.
Are you going, Brad?
I think so.
better.
That's where I'm at right now with it. Yeah, there's just so much happening right now, as we're going to talk about here shortly. But
Yeah.
you've all heard, not all the listeners have heard, but like we've signed most of the wedding contracts now, and it's like, all right, we got to start really paying attention to the budget, and
Yeah.
it sucks
So-
because it doesn't suck, but the new set is dropping, all these cool events are happening, and I'm like, I better dial it back a little bit. So
I mean, I say this as a person who's already pre-ordered a case of Lorcana, but at the very least,
Only one.
171 cards are reprints, so you probably have them.
Already-
So
correct, yeah,
you don't have to worry about that as much, right?
that doesn't get me that
only
cool
one,
new
Vince?
Scar Enchanted.
Yeah, that's correct.
One case? No, I'm not insane like you guys didn't buy. Like, what are you on? Did you buy a case of cases?
I
Andy?
would have if Will let me. Will let me buy the maximum allowed cases, and then told me he would save any extra cases for me. So,
Wow.
Wait, how much did you buy?
I haven't bought any yet. It's not out yet, Vince. October or August 28th.
No,
yes.
yes. How much did you
near you.
pre-order? Is my
So
question.
the link for the 1K will be in the
Nope,
description below.
nope.
And
We're-
next
we're-
up in Underworld
these
news,
are the hard-hitting
the
questions
mayor
here
is
on
casting
news. I'm going to
Blast
ask
City
you
Showdown.
one more time. I'm going to ask you one more time, Villainy Andy. How many cases have you
At
pre-ordered?
least one. At least one. At least one.
That is not an answer.
Hey, it's a
that's
matrix.
the
It's a
thing.
matrix. He doesn't have, he doesn't.
No,
Maybe.
I just want to know when Will tells me that we don't have enough product to do a sealed or a draft, who I'm going to knock on the door and rip the product out of their hands.
Hey, Ryan pre-ordered, I think, today. We got Jimmy pre-ordering today. Kirsten pre-ordered today. You pre-ordered.
Heather pre-ordered today.
Lots of people pre-order, and it's not just my fault. All right, like I said, I'm on the first dibs list of extras. Okay, I ordered a legal amount of Fabled.
So you probably ordered at least 2 cases.
I'm just
getting
at least 2 extras.
At least 2.
He knows he
said at least
has
one.
extra. I'll get him.
No, yeah. I'm guessing at least 2. But anyway, we'll table that. I'm not done with you, Andy. Not yet. But yes, that's right. We do have the mayor himself casting in Glass City for the Glass City Showdown, and that's going to be September 27th and 28th in I believe Farmington Hills, Michigan, kind of a suburb, I believe, of Detroit.
Yep, West Detroit. Really excited about it.
Yeah. I believe
we've
got an
Glass City.
I don't know. I don't know the story of the Glass City. Like, this all happened like so,
unclear. Yeah. Who knows, right? But we do have a wildly great amount of casters going there for Glass City. We've got the 14th, 1016th, I believe, or maybe 35th Seattle DLC champion himself, Brad, right? That's what's on your I
told him, I was like, here's my accolades. Top 1464 in Seattle.
Should just be top 1500.
Yeah. Well, it's actually kind of funny because it's got Wonder.
Wonderland.
First
Wonderland. Winner of that DLC.
Winner of a DLC. And then it's like Set Champs winner.
It's like Dakota from
honestly, it's really funny because Jimmy and I were joking about it at Fortuna tonight about how we would do it, and it'd be like on mine it would be like 2024 Gen Con playmat winner.
Then you gotta put in parentheses like starter deck,
not 2025,
whatever. Yeah, you put like Pack Rush or something in there.
Honestly, the funniest one would have been like getting it's like a winner of a goofy promo from Gen Con 2025 just by like purchasing product.
Well, I didn't know Dakota from Legends of the Inkwell is the one who asked me to do this. Shout out to him. I just met him in passing in Seattle, and we made a friendship out of it. So that's how really cool this whole world of Lorcana is. But I saw that they did the judge things for the judge announcements, and they all had, I judged this DLC, I've done this, all this stuff. And I'm like, hey, if you're looking for accolades, put these 3 goofy ones for me. And it just kind of turned to a thing with JD as well. And Dakota, I think all his says is Into the Inklands set championship runner up. Yeah.
Or it's like one of them is also like owner of Enchanteds.
Oh yeah, 144 Enchanted Zoned or whatever. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Honestly, chef's kiss. I really love it.
Thank you.
So yeah, we'll be talking more about this, but you should definitely go check it out when it happens. We want to support the mayor of Lorcana himself in his endeavors here. But today we had the main stage. Well, as today, I always forget this because you guys hear this on Friday when this episode releases, and today's a Wednesday. So Wednesday, the 13th here, we had the Discord main stage for the game development panel, who had a bunch of Ravensburger folks on the panel, and I will pull up their names here in a second. But yeah, they talked a lot about how their thoughts behind reprints. We had some news within that, which we'll probably talk a little bit in our main segment as well. But I just kind of wanted to give you both of you the opportunity to talk a little bit about what your like key thoughts of the whole panel were.
Andy?
Yeah, sure. I'll go first. It was a panel. It was pretty cool. Yeah, had some people talking. So I think like as expected, we're never going to get like a full transparent picture of what happens in any aspect of really anything. You know, you don't expect the art or the lore team to like tell you every last little detail. They pick and choose some stories to tell, and they keep some things to themselves for the sake of it. So you know, we got some insight into how the game devs create the game and why they chose some of these cards for reprints or not. I really, really think JDZ and Katie did an amazing job being a part of that. They asked some really, really awesome questions. You know, there's one about like how a card actually played in their testing and how it felt to them and like some of the play lines and things, which again didn't really get this super exact answer to what was asked. It kind of got this, you know, very marketable answer. But you know, it's awesome that we're having these things now with the weekly lore cast. It almost feels like we're having too much of this stuff. We're gonna have another one of these, you know, we're gonna have another video tomorrow, the weekly lore cast. And it's really awesome. I really like it. We got to see some new cards, right? I'm sure Brad will talk about some of the art we saw. It was all kind of mid though, right? The art, the enchantments that they revealed. None of us want any of them, right? Right. I think if we get them, Vince, we're just gonna donate them all. All three of us have decided if we get any of the enchantments, right?
Well, actually, there's one in particular that I think nobody wants that was revealed today, and that one in particular, actually, like that one's kind of fine to no,
that was an epic rat, and we all wanted.
Don't like Kirsten. Yeah.
The enchanted. I think that's one that's just fine if you happen to drop in a dog bowl or a cat water bowl. Totally fine. If it gets a little soggy, you just dry it off in the sun. Totally fine. You can you don't, in fact, actually that one you don't even need to play sleeved.
I'm gonna punch a hole in mine and tie a rope to it and dangle it as a cat toy for my cat. She's gonna love it.
Instead of wearing it as a necklace in like a plastic case, you just did a hole punch in it.
Hole punch,
yeah. Go to a water park. Yeah.
Mardi Gras beads.
You guys, that's enough out of both of you. That scar looks amazing. I was so impressed with the first one that we got in set 5, and now I'm like, or was it set 4? I don't know. Doesn't matter. This new one, have to have it. The gold, like foiling and everything on it. As soon as I saw that, I forgot everything else on the panel. Honestly, that card just took my breath away, and I cannot wait for it.
Holding the skull in the was it the Hamlet pose, right? The Shakespeare. Someone said that.
Yeah, Scar finally king. Finally king.
Because the story of
actually, I believe that's the
Hamlet,
first,
right? Isn't it just Hamlet? Or based on Hamlet?
Basically,
and that pose of holding the skull, that's like from Shakespeare, I think.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Which is why Jeremy Irons kills that role. But yeah,
kills it in a positive way.
Well,
what? You don't like Jeremy Irons?
No, I love Jeremy Irons. I'm just saying
on this podcast, guys.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm about.
I don't know. I'm just saying. We're talking about like what do they call it? It's not fratricide, is it? Is that what that is? Like when you kill like your sibling?
Brother? Yeah, that's fratricide. Banishment. But
so I'm just saying the Lion King over here, Disney. But no, anyway,
Vince is saying that Jeremy Irons did a terrible job at Scar in the Lion King. Brad, are you gonna take that from him?
That is not at all.
This is why I'm like asking Vince to elaborate. Because I'm like, how does Brad not realize the blasphemy that's being said upon his dearly beloved?
Though. I was saying about the about his role as Scar, you know, it's like he's a villain. So.
He kills it. You said he killed it, and I said like in a positive way, right? Like he kills it. Like you did a great job, and you said no.
Well, I mean, he does a good job, but I'm just saying that like he kills,
Mufasa.
Spoiler
alert.
Yeah, Mufasa. Yeah. So
what?
Like, I don't know.
I've never seen that movie. Is that what happens?
We're going long here. So
Yeah.
I will just say that the other folks that were on the panel. So we had Steve Warner, the head of game design and development. We had Lucas Litziner, the game design manager, and Allison Arab, which I'm probably pronouncing your last name incorrectly, so I apologize, is the lead game developer. And of course, we had Rochelle Brady, the global community and engagement manager. And as Andy said, we had 2 great community members on the Lorecast as well. So
JDZ
they
live
honestly,
from the vents.
Live from
I
the
know.
vents. Really
and
good looking
we're gonna
vents,
see
too.
him tomorrow too on the Lorecast. So
Yes.
Yeah,
Are
or
we? He's
yesterday.
back on the Lorecast again? That man
Yep,
really
he's
does
gonna
live
be
in
on
the
the
vents.
Lorecast.
He really does live in
Yeah.
the vents.
I know. He honestly, I think he's got a cot there at
Yeah.
Robbinsburger headquarters. I'm just gonna be careful there. He might take your job there, Mr.
Tito.
Mayor.
He's going for
That's all.
Tito's job.
Do we want to?
Let's move
Do
on to
we-
Constituents Corner.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to ask.
No, what were you
we
gonna say?
going to-
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Whether or not we were moved into the reprints coming back, but that's not actually in the docket at that area. I was too far down. So, Constituents Corner. Our first question comes from Julie. More Jules from the Discord asks, as Pixar characters are added in the future, what cars / Sugar Rush Speedway crossovers would you like to see? The Piston Cup at Sugar Rush Speedway, Vanellope and Friends at Radiator Springs, a new Racers deck featuring both franchises. What's on your mind, guys? What do you think?
Action. Ka-chow.
Okay.
It
What's that
says chosen opponent is struck by lightning. Ka-chow.
by lightning the car or like lightning from Zeus?
No, Lightning McQueen.
Is it the new Along Came Zeus? You know,
Yeah,
Ka-chow instead of Along Came Zeus. It's just a 4-cost action and 5 damage to something.
So that is a mechanic that I've seen. I guess we kind of have it with Hydra. But a mechanic that's basically whenever this character challenges another character, deal damage to that character equal to this character's strength.
Something like that. Yeah.
I feel like you get a Lightning McQueen like clumsy driver, and it deals like damage to location on play. Kind of like, you know, how he damaged the road in
Sure.
That makes sense.
In
That's-
cars. I feel like that. But no,
Mater's
I'm
gonna be a
excited.
bodyguard.
I just rewatched Cars the other day, and I kind of forgot how cute
Bad it was?
of a movie
Oh.
it is. No,
Yeah.
cute of a movie it is. It cracks me up now, especially now that I'm an Formula One fan. Is
Vince is a Formula One fan. I would have never guessed.
I know, but get it.
Wow.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is there's like a running joke in the thing at the beginning where there's Luigi and Guido who are like talking to Lightning McQueen, and it's like, oh, you are a real race car? You are a real race car? And he's like, yeah, I'm Lightning McQueen. Do you know like the Piston Cup? He's like, do you know Ferraris? The Ferraris? We love the Ferraris. And he's like, no, that's the wrong series. We only talk to Ferraris. And then at the end, it's like Michael Schumacher, who's a famous Formula One driver, actually voiced a Ferrari. And he's like, Luigi's like, oh my God, Luigi, pinch me. It's a real Ferrari in my shop. Just cracked me up so much. I was
There's a Pixar writer out there somewhere who's like, finally, that one F1 fan watched Cars and got my joke. And they just ascend to Pixar heaven now. They're like their life goal is complete.
No. Chick Hicks, Thunder, lightning. You know, so it's just like, honestly, that movie has like so really like cute little things in it that I really enjoy. So
I haven't seen it in so long.
I am very, very excited for Pixar, as you both saw. or at
Yeah.
least heard. You heard, and Andy was there. Saw when I saw that Toy Story was coming in next year, and I am super pumped for
That's great.
more crossovers like this. Because there's a lot within the Cars universe, and then you've got like kind of the planes adjacent stuff too that can cross over.
I don't
Yeah.
know about planes.
I could do without that.
I definitely think we're getting Luigi
actually-
though. He's coming
Yeah,
soon.
Oh, I
for
hope
sure.
so. I hope so.
Probably gonna get a lot of Mater as well. People love that car. I don't
Bodyguard
know
Mater.
why.
Definitely happy.
You do not like it. You do not like it.
I might be different. It might be different if I watch it today. I just remember being really annoyed by Mater and
Yeah, Mater's
Larry
the worst.
guy in general in the past. But it's just one of those things that I was probably just in a phase of like, oh, this is really annoying. I mean, there's one time I didn't even really like Will Ferrell, and now I'm like, oh, he's actually really cool.
Whoa.
You know, we've talked about it in the Discord. Now maybe more people have heard it. It's fine now. It's a thing. Don't worry about it.
Join our Discord to flame Brad on his Will Ferrell opinions.
We don't promote that. We don't promote that.
One of my buddies
to answer the question. Go ahead.
So I was just saying, one of my buddies has a son who loves Cars, his favorite movie ever, and he absolutely hates Mater. So he just doesn't watch Cars 2 ever. And anytime like Mater's on, he just like skips forward to the no Mater parts.
Was Cars 2 a lot more about Mater?
Yeah, it's like
Cars 2
I haven't
Mater.
Yeah, I saw it once, and I think that's the reason why I didn't like Cars 2 a whole lot. And then I never saw 3, and I heard 3 got like 3 picked back up where 1 was at that level of how good it is. And I don't think I ever saw it. So maybe one of these days I'll go back into those and have an open mind about Mater himself. But
Cars 1 is not, it doesn't have like Mater's kind of like just a sidekick character.
It's like the Jack Sparrow effect.
Like,
everybody loved him. He was funny, and everybody loved him. So they put more of him in the next movie. And
wait, he was always the main character.
And so he becomes kind of essential. The problem is in the second one is they play on the fact that like Mater's kind of like clueless, you know, or maybe not all there and stuff, and he's, you know, basically in these like spy games. But I will say what I love about Cars 2 is that it proves that in the Cars universe that the Pope was assassinated in the Cars universe because there is a Pope mobile and a Pope in the Pope mobile. And that's canon. So I'm just gonna say Cars 2 proves.
To go back to the question, the answer I thought the remote from the whole Cars and Sugar Rush Speedway and all that stuff, which I think would be fun interactions. I definitely think Cars is going to be a ruby color for sure, or ruby amber even to fit into that whole racer genre. But I was imagining something more like Buzz Lightyear and then the galactic stuff, the Lilo and Stitch, the Galactic Federation building or whatever that location is called, you know, things like that, you know, a little bit of crossovers and alien stuff.
Ooh, that'd be good. Yeah.
Test track.
I think that'd be really cool.
Test track location from Epcot.
Test track. Oh yeah.
From
Is that a
Epcot.
thing? You think that's a thing coming?
That'll be coming. Yeah. That comes out with the Disney Parks set 2027.
Oh, okay. We're making that happen. We make things happen.
It now.
Yeah, I'm calling it now. It's legit. If you ask Greg Tito about it, and he says anything about Bruno, then you know it's true. All right, that's our secret. That's the secret code. I talked to him and I said, "Hey, people are going to ask you about this, and I know you're not allowed to say it, so just tell them Bruno, and that's the code word. You'll know it's real."
Yep. All right.
Moving on to a question from Paul, also on the Discord. He goes, the Milwaukee DLC is 10 weeks away, with some of your core weekly opponents also preparing for the DLC and trying to get reps in for their deck. What is your testing strategy to make sure you are prepared for 12 rounds of 2,000 plus people or possible decks? And hyperbole acknowledged of, you know, of course there's not 2,000. Whatever. Sorry, I stumbled through that one, Paul. I'm still hung up on on Andy saying that Jack Sparrow was the main character in Pirates of the Caribbean. No.
Look, you'll remember this day as the day you almost thought Captain Jack Sparrow wasn't the main character.
I don't want to go back to it.
All right.
That's another time. How are you guys preparing to play? I think we all have tickets to Milwaukee, right?
We do. Yes.
We do.
Correct.
How are you guys planning to prepare for that, both mentally and deck wise? Like, what is your plan?
Yeah. Sorry. The thing I'll say is stay tuned. Listen to the podcast. There's going to be a lot of discussion about deck building and deck discussion and planning in the next few weeks.
Whew, he really kicked that can pretty far. I see it. That's like a good 200 yards or so.
That was farther
funny.
than that 70-yard field goal we saw here in the preseason just this past weekend.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sportsball.
But to answer, no, I'm just saying for listeners out there,
doesn't
you
count.
should tune into the future.
I like the plug pins.
But my
I think it's good.
answer here, great. You guys done having like the background commentary? I just want to make sure, like, honestly, I'm still waiting. We've still got a handful of cards that we don't know that are being reprinted. I'm anxious to get in some of the new cards to test. So what I'll probably start doing is taking the decks I currently have, seeing what didn't get reprinted and what I can add into those slots, so things like Friends on the Other Side, we acknowledge is not going to get reprinted. There's not a spot for it at this point. So thinking about things like, say, Finders Keepers or other types of draw power to add into, say, a Blurple deck, or like not having Pawpsicle. What's the alternative one drop you want to then play in that slot to have? Maybe something like a Diablo, maybe something, else. I don't know. So there's going to, I think, be a lot of testing to be done on what happens. We also are going to see some events that are going to pop up between now and the DLC. So we've got CCS being one of the largest events coming right up. So Glass City. Yep. We're also going to have set championships that occur before the Milwaukee DLC as well. And Andy is giving me
2 or 3, right? Not many. Like because one of the set champs are during the Milwaukee DLC. So like
right.
You're right.
But I mean, theoretically, there will be four days, I think, of
so about half. About half the
DLCs before that. I don't think that's necessarily going to inform as much as, say, something like CCS is going to give us our initial impression. Glass City's probably going to give us another impression. What?
100%.
Yeah, the Ink Open is the same
one
weekend
in Maryland.
as
Yep.
CCS.
Yep.
It is also like the best players in Lorcana are going to be at CCS and or Ink. That like there will not be a single good Lorcana player that isn't at one of those tournaments.
And there's a Denver.
But Andy,
which one are you going at? Yeah, which one are you going to, Andy?
I said good players, Vince. I'm trash at this.
Oh.
How are you testing, Brad?
I was basically what Vince said. I want to take this approach to the DLCs this time around. Should I be fortunate enough to go to more than one? We know that this one is core constructed. I want to focus solely on that. We had David ask me at Monday at game night, how are we going to do League from on with Infinity and everything going on? I was like, nothing's going to change here. If you want to come here and play Infinity, we'll have Infinity decks. If you want to come here and play for core constructed, we'll have those modes for you as well. And what I want to do is take a serious shot at going to Milwaukee and doing well. And I think that a meta read of Glass City, Denver, Maryland, CCS, all that stuff is going to, largely shape the, what we should expect in I keep wanting to say Indianapolis, but that is not this year in Milwaukee. And take note of that. I think one of the things I really need to do this time around is decide on a deck early and then just play the heck out of it. Because like last time, the last several sets I'm the kind of guy who I see something interesting and I go play that for a while. But I always fall back on Blurple because that's where I am the most confident in. But I've never loved the mirror match. I've gone to time in a lot of matches too. Andy can make his jab about me playing slow. There's been plenty of that lately. But I think the Blurple is primed to be one of the best decks, day one of this set. And it's not going to be like it hasn't been a rogue deck for a while, but it's been on the come up, and now I think a lot more people are going to be playing it, and there's going to be a lot more to learn about it as well, especially with just the new cards at first, and then mastering the mirror match and how to tech against it as we see new cards come in and out. Several cards get thrown out now because of the rotation. So there's a lot. This is the first set with rotation. There's a lot to learn, and I want to answer Paul's question. I want to sit down. I want to play as many reps as I can on whatever nights that but my time is limited between prepping the podcast, doing the podcast, and having maybe a couple nights a week to play. It's tough. It's tough to get those reps in, but
don't forget
getting married. That's not till April, but of course all the preparations for that's going to take priority over all of it. So yeah, there's a lot. I really want to have a good showing. I feel like this time we've been doing this for over a year. I want to have some kind of something to show for it. I think we're all have a good mindset for the game, not just us three, but like just everybody that in our circle who plays. And I would really like to see, if not me, somebody, one of us, one of Rules of Villainy be represented, and show that we can play this game too.
Brad wants to win the first Golden Mickey for an RoV team member.
Nah. I want to go, like, first and foremost, I'm going to have fun. I'm not going to rant any longer, but I do want to take a serious approach to do well, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to experience that.
What about you, Andy?
So here's the scoop. You take any game like chess. Lorcana is very similar to chess in a lot of regards, and ultimately you spend as much time as you possibly can studying all of the different possible outcomes. You and your opponent's outs, these lineups, these lines versus those lines, and these matchups and things. And ultimately, the difference is with a card game, especially Lorcana, this changes every single set. So the real strategy, I think, to trying to prepare is the first thing you got to do is analyze all of the cards and all of the combinations of all of the cards in a deck and how they play against every other combination of all of the cards in any other deck. And you're saying to yourself, well, that's a ton of data points and a lot of testing to do. And so you take shortcuts. You take advice from experts, people who can take shortcuts more accurately than you. Really good players who basically, you watch the meta. You look at these tournaments are going to be every person playing in a tournament with the deck list, and there, is a meta read on the current meta, that it is their set of calculations that say, I think this is the statistically best thing. It's going to evolve. So no matter what, it's one of the reasons, like, I'm kind of torn on Brad's strategy. We've all said this strategy a lot. Pick a deck and play it. Play what you're most comfortable with. Not every meta dictates that, though. Brad will tell you that he's played Blurple for a very long time, and he has not had success on Blurple for a very long time, and that is not Brad's fault. That is sometimes Blurple's fault in certain metas. And so Brad's muted, so he can't retort here, which I'm happy about. But so it's an evolving meta. So at the same time, like, if you put 1,000 reps in on Blurple and it's doing really good and it's a really strong competitor, well, then now it's poised to, now it's poised to get targeted by another deck. Now it's the deck to be solved against, right? You don't want to be the deck everyone's trying to beat, because then it's, it's a battle every single time. So
one counterpoint I would just say on that, Andy, though, is that sometimes decks can't, right? Like even if everybody's trying to beat it, it's hard
Certainly. We've never been to that
to
point.
do that.
I don't think we've ever gotten to that point.
Once I think we've gotten to that point.
What? Where? Bucky?
With Bucky.
I don't know. I mean, the finals wasn't Bucky v Bucky. The top 64 was not like 64 Buckies, right? It had its weaknesses or whatever. But you're right. We've been close. I think there's been decks that have had sort of like you know, wish upon a star lines. That's what we'll call them instead of like Exodia hands or whatever. They have these lines where like if you hit them, you just all your dreams come true, right? You you win the game basically. But what I was gonna say is ultimately I can't do all those calculations myself, and neither can you, and you really shouldn't try. Group up with your friends. We have a group here that on our team, our RoV team, where we all chat and discuss current metas. We're actually working to help improve a lot of that practicing and that stuff as it regards to our team. And then, like I said, take shortcuts. Listen to some of these experts. Double check their data. Right? They say, I think this lineup is great because it plays into all the matchups. Well, look at those cards and then compare them to all the matchups and say, does this actually feel like it's going to help me here? Test it at your locals. And then, you really just have to get enough reps in, feel comfortable, and make the right meta call for the tournament. That's all you can do. And then ultimately, better lucky than good, right? So no matter what you do, practice-wise, that's just practice. It's not a game. It's not a game. It's practice. So, like, sometimes the cards don't shuffle
Talk
your
about
way.
practice, man.
We're talking about practice. That's 2 sports ball references in one episode. We're on fire here tonight, guys. We're on fire.
And I think we can all agree on this. Practice rolling dice. Okay, so that you win the die roll.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions, Mr. Mayor?
That's all I got this week, Vince.
I just want to say,
I guess
before you give your outro, Brad, all of the ways Brad is going to tell you that you can leave your questions, that is fine as well. However, if you would like to handwrite us a letter to the mayor of Lorcana, just go to that one
Vince will
episode
get
where
up
we
and get it in the middle of the
Vince
podcast.
and grab it. I was gonna say we don't have somewhere. I realize we don't have anywhere to send it.
Yeah.
But coming soon, you can write a handwritten or typewriter typed letter, or perhaps carrier pigeon, smoke signal. We need to expand.
All right. What's the
If you would actually like your questions answered, please feel free to comment on the video below. Join our Discord from the link in the description. You can ask in the Constituents Corner channel or anytime on our socials. We'll be more than happy to answer your questions live on the show. And I will kick it back to you, Vince.
All right. Let's get into the main segment here. So we got a kind of a lot. We're first going to recap kind of our last weekend of sets. So, Andy, we played on Saturday. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Wild Growth Games out in Highland, Illinois. Huge shout out to them. Amazing store. It has that like old antique shop kind of smell to it, like historic building.
Yeah.
You walked in and you were just amazed by how good it smelled in there.
It looked like an old bar. Like it had where behind was and it also I was relaying to Heather. It had the tin ceiling tiles, the tin tiles on the ceiling, which are always like a cool little classic thing in old buildings. It's a really cool store.
Yeah, it was
great.
I
was mad impressed by it. Yeah, I loved it so much. I'm so happy for them.
Very well run. We had enough to do 4 rounds, top 4, right?
Yep. We 13 people, I think.
13.
Correct.
Okay, so 4 rounds, top 4. And at one point, I will say it was going into round 3. Vince, myself, Brad, and Kirsten were all 2-0, tables 1 and 2 against each other. So that was a pretty cool moment for the ROV folks in the building.
That did feel
I think Kirsten beat Vince, right? And then
Yeah,
I
I
was
mean,
like
it was one of
4
those. It was very similar to what occurred in your match and our match on Sunday.
you okay, that's fair. But Brad and I was like 0.4 of a second away from being able to beat Brad, but we unfortunately went to time and it was I
on
hadn't
his
passed
turn.
on
Yeah.
my turn. If I'd passed the turn 0.4 of a second faster, I think I could have pulled it off. I was 1 turn away.
You would have. You absolutely would have.
Those were great matches. Great matches. In the end, though, Brad, Kirsten, myself all made top 4. And along with Lily, a friend of the podcast, she ended up beating me, whooped my butt. I was on items. She was on Amber Steel aggro. I was on Ruby Sapphire items. What?
She ended up beating Kirsten though.
Well, she beat me in the first round of top 4.
To
Kicked
get
my
to
butt.
Kirsten. Okay, I was like,
And
whoa,
Kirsten
what
got
happened?
faced up against Brad, and Kirsten beat Brad. Revenge, apparently, because you had beaten her
First day, I 2-0'd her, yeah.
and in at locals. And then Lily took down Kirsten in the finals to win the playmat.
Yeah,
That Amber Steel aggro is pretty rough against
it's
room full of control decks.
It's rough. It's rough. I played her in round 2, and she whooped me in game 1.
Yeah.
Like, no shot.
It's tough to like. I know you were on Blurple, and that matchup
Yeah.
is winnable. It's tough because you got to let them get to like 12 to 15 lore before you can have total control of it.
Yeah.
And if I don't know if we're gonna go as far back as the weekend before. I got second place. I haven't talked about it on the podcast. We ran out of time last week with the live show or whatever. We did talk about it on the Discord, but I ran into it at Fortuna. I was really trying to win at Fortuna while you guys were all at Gen Con, and I won on the draw game 1 against that deck, and because the deck just had all the tools to exert and do everything I needed to keep him at bay after the onslaught at the beginning, and then just one mistake at the end. Like, I've told the story so much in text that like I feel like I'm just repeating myself now, but
I think
it
you
is
told it on the podcast.
It's a hard deck to beat because it's so fast, and it's only losing a few things in the rotation. So we're gonna see what happens with it.
Yeah. I mean, I got a significantly luckier, obviously, in the other 2 games to win that matchup. But yeah, and it's just one of those things. Is like, I'm very, very happy that she took down that tournament. Like, she's a very great Lorcana player. It's just kind of unfortunate that the 4 of us like all paired into each other and had these like weird strategies. Whereas like in a larger tournament, we probably wouldn't have had such a issue where we probably all could have made top cut. But because of it, it's like we all had to kind of make strategic decisions on who was going to make top cut because one person was likely to bump all of us out, or at least the 3 of us out of the kind of the thing. So that's like Brad and I had this scenario. It's like, because it's like I knew that I would have a really difficult time beating Brad in that matchup, which we ended up playing anyway after we agreed to like just ID that round. And like you whooped me both times with your Sapphire Amber deck, which I kind of expected was going to happen in that particular matchup.
Fire that day.
But if we hadn't ID'd, I might have fallen below, because I ended up 5th in that tournament, and I think if we had not ID'd, I would have fallen out of top 8, which would have been kind of a bummer.
Possibly, probably.
I was really impressed by the Dino deck that you had, Brad. I mean, shout out to Lord Gaines. I think that's where he said you.
That's all his. I made one change, single card change, and
what's
so
the
fun.
one card change?
I made 2 actually. I bumped Judy up to 4 and Rapunzel down to 3, and then I I added a second Cogsworth for something else because he had one Cogsworth and one Calhoun bodyguard in his original build, and I was like, I kind of want 2 Cogsworth there, and I forget what card I took out for it because it was a couple weeks ago. But that whole week, that deck was hitting, and I could not believe how well it won on the draw. Like it was just absolutely insane.
I think it's one of those decks. It reminds me a lot of Alex and the Lumineer of Fortune kind of deck where it has just like every card has great value in it, except maybe the Bell Pawpsicle package. You know how I feel about that one. But
like going away.
All of these 6-drop cards, you know, the kit package, the Gaston, the Judy, Cogsworth maybe not as much, but Mufasa refreshing itself essentially. Even the Naveen, which then Naveen always essentially comes out with another character that's also a big character. So
you get their effect. It's not exerted. It's so gross. Like there were times I get 13 to 15 worth of ink out for 4 because like this on Monday night. I played Naveen. My hand was bricked. I had 2 Gastons and 3 Dinos in my hand down in New Orleans. For those who are curious, like why do they keep saying Dino? And what that does is you can play any item, song, or item, location, or character for free with cost 6 or less when you sing it. You look at the top 3 cards of your. I had 2 Gastons, 3 Dinos, and then I top decked a Naveen, and I had enough ink to play it. So I played Naveen, and then I got the free Dino off of the Naveen. And my top 3 cards, I got another Naveen for another Dino, and I think I brought out Gaston or Tamatoa or something. So that's 2 Naveens and another 6-cost character for the cost of 4. And then that board is just. I mean, this was like turn 4, probably 4, because I had Ludwig out there, and it just absolutely insane how quickly your board can go up until. Be prepared for now. So, but like it's that's what Mufasa's there for too, is to like hope that be prepared comes out. You got to strategically get that Mufasa out before the be prepared that you're expecting, and then hopefully that Mufasa hits. The problem with this Mufasa deck though is there are at least 12 actions in the deck that he can, and then 4 items. So that's a lot of misses that could happen, and I'm not used to playing Fasa with very character heavy decks, but.
Yeah, and you say those are the only misses, but Bell is a miss, Baby Kit is a miss. Another Ludwig's not terrible, obviously, depending on the hand situation, but there's a lot of characters that are also kind of misses on it.
Because you really want to have a character that has a good ETB effect.
Sure. Well, and you just want a threatening character.
Big body.
Yeah, you want a threatening character of some sort. But I don't know. I've been testing it a bunch. Kirsten has been testing it out and playing it. I think she wants to try and play it at the 1K maybe. I'm trying to convince her not to.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So we also played on. We also played on Sunday at Gamers Bazaar.
Yes.
So that was me, you, Andy, Kirsten. We also had. Villain. We had Ron and Britt as well as part of the team. Was there anybody else from our team that was there?
We had some friends of the podcast that were there.
We had a lot of friends of the pod.
Matt, friend of the podcast.
Yep.
Rob was there as well. Seen him in a couple set champs. I'm probably missing people. Don't be mad at me.
Justin was there. Did Nick and Lily? I know Nick was signed up at one point.
No.
Eddie was signed up too, but Eddie didn't make it.
No,
Eddie didn't make it. Nick,
Eddie didn't make it. And Ryan didn't make it.
We had fun,
but
I got paired in
so
nothing but teammates all day. It was brutal.
Britt ended up taking the tournament down in the number 1 spot. Justin came in second. I don't know who actually came in third. Who that was that came in third? And then I came in 4th, which was kind of nice. First time top 4.
Yeah,
top 4 finished in a long time, so nice. I'll take it.
Worth it.
Vince was there too. Oh, well. I'm sorry, I was reading our show notes. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
I just saw that. Sorry, that cracked me up.
Should we, Brad? Do you want to run through all the team totals we have here, just to give a shout out to all the rules of Villainy team members?
Sure. Just going down the line, we got Heinz McRib 2 times in the top 8. Andy 2 times top 8. Kirsten 3 times top 8. John 2 times top 8. Megan 1 time first place. 1 time top. I guess that makes second
That's two
time.
top 8. There's an
two top
errata. It's actually 2 times a top 8 for
Yeah, because I
Megan.
got the first and the top.
No,
8,
no,
right?
no.
Yeah, so
one first and 2 top 8s. So those are 2 different
okay. Got it.
distinguishes.
Steven was 1 time first, 1 time top 8, and his son Link 1 time first, 1 time top 8. I notice right away that I'm not on the list. I got second place finish.
You didn't answer the question in the Discord,
That's true.
but
That's
other people also did. Jimmy, ROV Jimmy, or as some of you may know, LOH Jimmy, Laws of Heroism Jimmy. Got 2.
Who? That's not a real thing.
2 top 8 finishes. And that is everyone that responded to me.
But we know Kristen and Andy from Grapes. They got several top 8s as well. Andy won at Impact.
Yep.
I got second and fourth in the 2 that I got to play in.
Oh yeah, Andy and Kristen at least got 1 more top 8 when we went to Champaign with them.
Yep. I don't know if Andy placed in it. They drove all the way to Indianapolis to play one.
Listen, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'm willing to shout you out, but you have to respond to the prompt.
I gave him very short notice, but we'll do better next time.
We'll do better next time. Fair enough. That was on Andy. And
Thank you
us.
to all Rules of Villainy teammates and friends of the podcast, and congratulations on all of your wins and even just the fun times that you had at Set Champs for Reign of Jafar.
Yeah, and most of these, if not all of them, you can probably see on any of my local meta reports here in the last 4 weeks of Set Championships. I've tried to cover every single winner here in St. Louis. We even got some new stores on there that because of the Ravensburger Play Hub, we found new stores that exist within an hour of us that people traveled out to patron those stores and get those tournaments to fire. So I think it's a really cool thing that we have that more visibility for the stores in the area, and hope that we can continue showcasing them over there on that video series.
You know what I really also love about the Ravensburger Play Hub?
What's that?
I can now see my events.
Let's go. Quality of life change, baby.
But there hasn't been, no one has gotten first place in a Play Hub event in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, right now first place doesn't exist in the
it's all second place. Second place is first place.
They'll get it fixed. And we saw it happen live too. It just switched off in the middle of our tournament on Saturday.
Yep.
Wild.
Yeah, that's kind of. They'll fix it. It'll get fixed. I'm not too worried about it.
What? I'm joking.
They will. So, is there anything else you want to majorly discuss before we move on to Villain of the Week? I know we've got some reprints that we know are not coming back. Is there anything here that kind of surprised you?
I mean,
Rapunzel did.
Wait, the reprints, or are we talking about
the ones that aren't coming back?
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about the more meta game.
These are 2 separate things here. My bad.
I'm not playing in it, but I'm super interested. Brad's thoughts, and I mean Vince is also not playing in it, so maybe I should have asked Kirsten her thoughts. But this 1K, the Reign of Jafar 1K that we're doing.
Oh,
is that
I deleted that? Sorry.
Yeah, why'd you delete that, Brad?
I didn't know. I didn't know that was
interested. Everyone is clearly ready to do Fabled now. Are you looking at this as an opportunity to maybe take advantage of people sleeping on Reign of Jafar, especially with you and your spicy list here, your Dino deck, or are you just treating it as a for fun event at the end of the like a going away party kind of thing? How do you?
We counted my cards. We counted my blue-yellow deck tonight, Sapphire Amber deck tonight at Fortuna. More than half of it's going away with the rotation, and 8 of those, the Bell package included, and probably Tamatoa as well because the Pawpsicles gone.
You don't need.
But the right now, this is an experimental. This let's really just see what these wild decks could do. That a lot of people aren't brave enough to play, I guess, when the meta is so prevalent. Like if I discovered this Amber Sapphire deck a lot sooner, I would have been playing it a lot sooner because it's been a lot of fun. And I just decided one day, I was like, I want to just down in New Orleans. I wonder how I can make this work. And then fortunately, Alvin over there at Lore Gains had a really fun looking deck. I didn't have to do much to change it. I basically net decked it, and I've had the most fun this entire set this last week playing it. So yeah, I think, if anything, it's a time to, like, we know that the decks that are out there, it's probably going to be an Amber Steel deck that we're going to have to figure out how to beat. But I think it's a time to experiment and figure out what you want to do, and how, if you like the deck enough, stick with it in the next set and figure out how to continue playing it. That's my mentality. If I play in the 1K on Saturday, that's the. I mean, I have to play that one, I think, because it's been so much fun, and I'm having a lot of fun.
You're not going to give another last whirl for Blurple?
No, I'm going to have plenty of Blurple time in the next set, honestly. And
Fair.
I think this deck is good enough to share to take people by surprise. Like, I remember sitting across from Ron last Monday, the first time playing it, and he didn't know what hit him. He's like, oh my God. And then every single game that I played with it that week was like, whoa, this has legs, and it's winning on the draw to even. It's wild. And it's, because of that Ludwig card that, you play it on 2, you take away one of their cards, it's automatically ramped no matter what happens to it, whether they Hades it, whether the only thing they can do is throw it back into your hand, but then they just give you another bare necessities. Somehow or another, it's going to end up in your inkwell at that point. So it's just a very, very good card. And that's why it's color locked to blue yellow, is because it's too good. It's bare necessities and ramp.
So do you think, so I got sort of 2 questions about this deck, because Kirsten's been playing it, like I said, we've been practicing it a bunch. And I believe I've won every single best of 3 against her with every deck that I've played and we've tested against. However, I do absolutely respect your testing that you did, and Ron told me about how brutal of a whooping you gave him in testing. And Kirsten also said how badly she got beaten at locals by you, and I
could just be variance, like
Right.
we know how good the Manor deck is and the item decks are, but you hit, there's times where I don't hit those Ludwigs, right? And then there's times where Jimmy will tell you I hit all 4 against
Right.
him and just
So,
completely
with
ripped
Ludwig,
away his
though,
entire hand.
is it
so-
not just like so it, like, I see Ludwig as like, when it's on the board, it's like a Diablo where you can just let it quest once a bunch of times for a while and not really
Yeah.
care about it and not give them that ramp. Just like with Diablo, you don't give them that card draw by taking it out. But whenever you want to take it out, it's very easy to do. Specifically, like after they've already ramped to, once you have 6 ink on that in that deck, I really don't care
Yeah.
about you giving you another one with that Ludwig, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing is, it much like Ursula, everyone who's ever played against an Ursula deck knows immediately, like, oh, we don't keep our songs, right? We don't keep our, obviously there's a lot more things. I found that a lot of my decks have targets for Ludwig, so you can't get rid of all of them. But so I don't know if it's maybe just the fact that now I've seen you play it several times, and so it's like a little easier to dodge. And then that leads me to my other question, which is, I think perhaps the weakness of that deck is that it is in its essence sort of like a value aggro deck. It is aggroing you out, not with small, cheap, easy characters, but with free big characters, right? It's bringing Naveen's and Gaston's to the board on turn 4 together, unexerted. That is basically guaranteeing 5 lore there the next turn.
Yeah.
And then sure, they go away, but you follow it up with more big value cards. Have you ever considered adding more, like, fight back, more removal in essence of some sort? Because like you said before, you Rapunzel's, you don't like it because you don't want to swing a 4/4 Gaston into something because you need it to quest for 3. That's what it's there for. You don't want to put counters on it. And
I think that would just make the deck weaker, frankly.
all you have
the
is
more you
four-letter
get
cards.
away, the more then you get away from that purpose of that deck.
Of
We-
questing fast, and you
Yeah.
have to. There's a delicate balance too of, like, I never like not questing those 3 questers, But there are times where there'll be an exerted bell out there. I think Kirsten had one on Thursday night where I just like, okay, I'll just charge this. I can afford to charge this Gaston into Bell and hit it with Rapunzel. But it's because I don't often get to maximize the value of the draw and heal of Rapunzel that I was like, okay, I can cut her by one and bring another Judy in, because the night that I played Ron, Judy, like the entire night hit.
Right.
Every time. And the fact that she was readying up a warded kit with a quest for 3,
That
like
Judy
unless you have Be
recency
Prepared.
bias, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah, but
I mean, like that makes sense. But you really you just don't want to, and I think it's really like low tempo. Like part of this is it's very tempo based value plays, essentially, where like the longer the game goes on, the more control decks are going to be able to, get control of the board, no matter how crazy value your cards are, no matter if they are 4/4s that quest for 3 and warded 5 bodies that, so you kind of need to do it a little faster, and having that removal would allow you to like you just be less greedy on trying to get those big characters out, and you would perhaps ditch some of the other ones in exchange for maybe a little more draw power. Cards like How Far I'll Go to ramp a little further. Maybe cards like Hades, right, which is also still a really great value card. And you say, oh well, you can't hit it off down in New Orleans, but as long as at least 2/3 of your deck, or 1/3 of your deck even, is able to be hit off of down in New Orleans. I mean, Kirsten was hitting Ludwigs, which are fine, and Pawpsicles even was like playing into Veen for
you don't
4
want
getting
to,
a 3
but,
Pawpsicles.
Right.
The worst.
But
thing
I mean,
ever.
I think in fairness though, it's like Brad has a lot of experience playing that deck now. Sometimes just playing that deck for the first time, you kind of gotta, first few times it might take a little bit of,
you gotta feel it out.
Feel it out and
That's
stuff.
fair.
So you might not have the total ideal play lines, but I'm excited honestly to see how you do, if that's the deck you take to the 1K this weekend. Well, next weekend, I should say.
Yeah.
When you're listening to this, and you should tune into our live stream to hopefully see the mayor on one of the streams, if possible. I promise you, it'll be a match that you'll love to see.
We'll see.
Round 1 before things get rough and he starts doing shots of the apple juice in the back room.
Real quick before we move on to Villain of the Week, I just want to talk, like we were just about to get into, in the dev mainstream, the Discord main stage that they did today. They talked about the cards that were not coming back in a list of a bunch of cards that they are coming back. And so I just they listed, 2 cards from each ink color and kind of talked them through. I just want to know if there were any of these that you were surprised that are not coming back in Fabled out of this list.
My 2, I said earlier, but when I thought we were transitioning, Rapunzel surprised me. Ariel, Spectacular Singer did not. That's been on my block the entire time. That one and Be Prepared are the biggest surprises to me. Everything else
surprises, and you thought they were going to come back.
Yeah, I thought Rapunzel and Be Prepared were absolutely coming back. I think Be Prepared is a necessity. Rapunzel, maybe not. They have other options there. Maybe not as good as Rapunzel for sure.
Julieta.
But Julieta does heal and get you
with
a draw. Yeah, with a meal.
She heals you with a meal, right? That's from the song.
Excellent cook. Yep.
Thank you. But everything else. Diablo a little bit surprised me. I was always on the train that Prince John, that both of those guys were they were on my picks that they would both stay, because I thought Chill would
tell you the chat was ecstatic.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Prince
for
John
sure.
was not getting reprinted.
I'm not disappointed by it, but I thought
they were like, yes, oh my god. I really do feel sorry for some Emerald players, but also kind of not sorry, because that card was bad. What about you, Andy? Any cards that surprised you that were on the not coming back list?
No, I kind of figured most of the like my strategy in the predictions and like my thoughts going into this was they were just going to like clean house and just get rid of all the good cards. I'm honestly more surprised at some of the good cards that did come back, like even Human Sisu or Strength or okay, maybe those are the only two good cards. Oh, Pirate's Life that we saw come back. But all of these seem like they were probably on the chopping block. When they did release some of the new one, like some of the good ones, I was like, oh, maybe we get like a downgraded Rapunzel or something, you know? But
Ox is
cut
a
'em
little
all.
surprising too.
Honestly, though, it seems like every Sing Together song it got reprinted.
Or
So-
one of each.
Or at least
One of
yeah,
from every
one of
color,
them
yeah.
from color got reprinted.
The other
So
thing
that was
that I
interesting.
remember from the dev panel is they talked about this with Fox specifically, that basically that card was in every single Amethyst deck ever. Like no matter what you were pairing it with, you started with like 4 foxes. And that I think that was part of like their decision, that they didn't want these cards that were just like instant auto includes in every single deck type.
That actually makes
entire ink color.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
With the exception of empowered symboling, I don't think a lot of people ran, but everything else on here, the exception of Quill as well, mostly 4 ofs.
And Goat, Goat started to find itself not as a 4 of.
Not as I was running 2 or 3 at some point. I bumped it up after my match with Justin, but it was
we kind of did know
running it really.
We did know that A Whole New World was getting was not going to be reprinted because of the Infinity event in December, where the promo is going to be released for that event. But I will say that's also a card that has not seen as much play, or at least consistent play, as it has in earlier sets as well. I think probably the things that really kind of surprised me, but as Andy, I think you kind of lay out the 4 of reasoning from that dev panel really well, was Ariel Spectacular Singer, just because I think that 4 of to find a song is kind of such like a good mechanic for Amber to describe 4 songs was a really kind of an important character for that. So to see that being rotated out is a little bit of a surprise for me.
So do we not have that?
I mean, obviously, what?
Do we not have that ability for a song anymore? Because I know we have Be Our Guest, which got reprinted, right? And we have the Tinkerbell, the uninkable Tinkerbell, which do the same effect, but for a character. We have Scrooge and Scuttle that do it for an item.
Yeah, we do not have it for a song, with the exception
we have Dino
of the new power.
It does do a song.
Oh, with the new power line, the shift power line.
And the new power line is top 4, play 1 for free.
Play 1 for free. So it's not put it in your hand, you just play it for free. So that was my whole justification, is that we have this card for other sets. Obviously, like as we got more cards, I wasn't really surprised to not see it be reprinted in when they announced that this was one of the cards that wasn't getting reprinted today. The options were really limited. We were running out of places for it.
Right.
But I am a little surprised it's not coming back. Fox was another one that I was a little surprised not coming back, but I think your point to say that that's a 4 of and everything makes a lot of sense. And Pawpsicle was another one that I kind of figured might find its way in. Although I would ask a question for both of you is do you think that this card will find its way? You know what? Actually, now that I think about that, let's move on to
Villain of the Week.
Brad. You want to take it away?
Apologies to Gantu. Pawpsicle, an item in Sapphire from Rise of the Floodborn. 1 cost inkable common. It is ability Jumble Pop. When you play this item, you may draw a card, and that's Redwood. Banish this item to remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. Art by Isaiah Mesk. And
it's a short card to read, isn't it?
It is a short card to read. Yeah, I didn't type it, so I kind of stumbled through it. Apologies there.
Sapphire
rest
items
in peace. Yeah,
Pawpsicle.
it is.
Yeah,
You'll be
the
loved.
epitome of a 4 of in a deck. Like you
For
never run
sure.
less than 4
I know.
popsicles. Like,
I know.
It
So the
enables
question I was
so
going to
many
ask
other
though
things.
is, do you think this gets reprinted in
100%.
Whisper in the Well?
100%. You know my theory on that. I said as soon
I
as they
do.
started marketing the game heavier, that there's going to be a lot of things coinciding with their bigger projects. And Zootopia 2 comes out in November, the same time that Whispers in the Well does, and we already got Nick and Judy reveals for that set from Gen Con. It seems like it's going to be heavily Zootopia themed, and it would make entirely more sense to bring all of these fun Zootopia cards back with it, because we know they're going to sprinkle in more prints throughout the rest of the sets.
Yeah.
So my working theory is that is the case, but who knows?
I agree with you. Andy, are you on board? Do you think it gets reprinted in Whisper in the Well?
I have heard some whispers in and around some wells that have said that might happen. Only I guess slightly to play devil's advocate here. While I do think that idea is brilliant, that is a Lorcana conspiracy theory that I can definitely get behind. I like Pawpsicle enables so many cards and so many strategies. I mean, just the workshop, which actually is workshop not getting reprinted. Is that that one was on the chopping
I
block.
think that's
Workshop is
So maybe
it's
it's like
officially gone now, right?
no workshop will be gone. Yep.
But Pawpsicle Bell, I mean, even if you're looking at like any card that wants items, Pawpsicle is the perfect card to have for that. Have more items than the other person
itself.
with that aerial. Pawpsicle is great. Yeah, play a bunch of them. The card is very, very powerful, even for how simple it is. And so I think one set off of Pawpsicle might not be enough, you know? So like, while
I was going to go the opposite way.
you think only one's...
I think it's worth taking a set off to see how the meta rebalances without it.
Right. I think you need to take a lot of sets off.
I mean, I don't know. Popsicle, Winter Spell could also be there too. Very wintry theme. I will say, you know, one card I do predict will come back though. That's not. I mean, we'll get real quick back into Pawpsicle here, but I was just saying that based on your kind of Zootopia and detective theory, I think Mickey Mouse Detective gets reprinted in Whisper in the Well because of its detective keyword.
Maybe, yeah. That'd be interesting.
I can see that. I also think when this does get reprinted, they'll bring back Nick Wilde as well because of the synergy. Like he's designed to consume these or bring these Pawpsicles back. So it just makes sense in my mind right now. Just like the patterns that I see, that I feel like this is a Whispers in the Well card. And it's been a dominant card. As Andy, I didn't hear that part of the panel today, but it's an automatic 4 of, and it replaces itself. It's very powerful, and it was paired with Hiram in the past and Tamatoa now. Like you're just, and Merlin's Carpet Bag, even just all these ways to recur it and just continually use it. It is worth way more than the 1 cost inkable that it already is. So. Yep. I mean, 1 set, 2 sets, I don't know how many is going to take, but I do not think this is the last we see of Pawpsicle. In fact, I think it's such a beloved card that we're going to see an alternate art or even an enchanted of it. Maybe as high as an epic, but it is a card that is loved by any Sapphire player. And it's finally getting its time here.
How about this? Ready? So, like, we've got the Lilo and we got the Elsa, the like special edition ones that come in those little box set things, and we got the Tinkerbell with that, and the Mickey with that foiling. They make a Pawpsicle with one of those. They make an Infinity bundle, the Infinity bundle, which is like, I mean, that Ravensburger still has Inklands and Ursula's Return and Shimmering Skies. They got those like lying around and stuff. I guess Shimmering Skies is not being rotated out, but it'll be like 2 Inklands, 2 Ursula's Return, and 1 second chapter, 1 Floodborn pack, plus this Pawpsicle Infinity only, promo card thing in it.
Do you hear that, guys? Do you hear that?
No, what is it?
No.
It's my bank account slowly draining. as Andy talks about this because it reminds me that it's like, oh, next year is D23.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get another D23 promo exclusive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or
More
as Andy
Pawpsicles.
was talking about promotional items, we know that puzzles are coming out with the Mickey Mouse promo. We know that Villainous has been out with an exclusive Prince John promo. Why not partner with the actual Pawpsicle brand and just throw this promo in there? And people are enjoying Pawpsicles and getting a free Lorcana card with it as well. You know what I mean? Get yourself a bomb pop. And you get a special edition Pawpsicle card.
I
Speaking
think
of-
really honestly, what has made this card really though so powerful is one, as I both said, it replaces itself, and the combos it has. Like, I mean, the bell combo as well. Like, I mean, the bell combo being so powerful that they removed its counterpart in steel with Fortisphere to ban it. So I guess this really should be a huge surprise that Pawpsicles being rotated out of the meta. But my question is, do you think Pawpsicle should join Hiram Flaversham Toymaker in the Rules of Villainy Hall of Fame?
Hall of Villainy.
I can't think of a better Hall of Villainy. I can't think of a better combo than Hiram and his Pawpsicle. You know how many, if there were statistics to how many Pawpsicles Hiram has consumed in the game of Disney last 2 years?
Millions. Millions.
Insane amount of, and I think that he deserves to have more of them. So it has my vote.
He should probably get his.
And I'm telling you, you know what? Nick Wild there is going right back and reusing all those Pawpsicle sticks. Reuse, recycle, and refill them.
I don't think that's FDA
What,
approved.
which is,
but that's what he does in the film. That's how he does it in the film. It's lore accurate.
You said something a second ago, Andy, but we talked over you.
Oh, I don't remember. It wasn't important. It was just an anecdote. I'm just like Slater and Waldorf from the Muppets. Vince was getting mad at you and I, Brad, because we were talking about his commentary. Well, it's got to be medium because it's not rare and it certainly isn't well done.
Oh my God.
Could be worse. I could be in the audience.
So Andy, Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, I definitely think this goes in the Hall of Villainy. Yeah, working title. Parentheses working title.
Working title. Hall of Villainy.
It just the more I think about it, the more like boxes it checks for like name an item card, a card that synergizes in any way with items, and like, does it need the item to be in the discard? Pawpsicle's got that covered, right? Does it need to be cheap so that you can get a couple of them out there, get the effect? Pawpsicle's got that, right? Obviously the ink ability is great. Healing 2 damage has never been more relevant than when you happen to have a Pawpsicle lying around. Like, it's just there's so many other cards that heal damage and people are just like, nah, this card's unplayable. Gumbo Pot, get out of here.
And we didn't even cover that you don't even have to heal damage. You could just banish this item at will to recur it from Tamatoa or Nick Wild or whoever you want to get that out the carpet bag, to get it out of your discard. There's no restrictions to banishing this Pawpsicle. It's the equivalent of just throwing it on the ground and picking it back up. It's insane.
It's honestly, like, I always kind of forget that when I'm playing this Emerald Sapphire item deck, and I was like about to play Tamatoa, and I was like, all right, what items do I throw into my discard? It's like, oh, I don't have any Pawpsicles, and none of these can I throw away for free.
Yep.
I can't do what I want to do. Like, oh, that's such a bummer. Yeah, it really is one of those items, and I think it's the superior 1-drop item that we've seen, even amongst Fortisphere, for sure. Because you could banish Fortisphere, but you had to pay money, or pay in ink costs in order to ban it.
Pay money.
you had to raid
one
Uncle
lucky dime.
Scrooge's money bags. But no, you had to pay ink in order to banish it. So yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the artist, Isaiah Mesk.
Whoa.
They have 16 cards.
I love Isaiah and his art or their art, but did we come to a consensus? Is this going into the Hall of Villainy?
Oh yeah, it's going
Or
in
do
the
you-
inkwell. I thought we
Or
already
do
said
they
that.
do they need to comment down below whether they think
It's never going
really
into the
deserves-
inkwell. What was that?
Yeah. You mean the villainy, the
Hall of
Hall
Villainy.
of Villainy?
Yeah.
okay.
So do we all in agreement? This gets inducted into
We
the
are
Hall of Villainy
100%.
alongside
100%.
Hiram. They are once again
100%.
reunited.
It's
Like
it's
the
a
Manning
first
brothers.
ballot win. First ballot win.
Yeah,
Yep.
first ballot.
And
Hall
that's
of
our
Fame
third.
entry.
That's our third sports ball reference.
That was barely a sports ball reference. But okay.
It was, and you know it, so I don't want to hear it. All right.
Okay, on to the artist
Pawpsicle
showcase
is in
as
the
we were saying.
Villainy Hall of Fame. Yeah. So 16
Yeah.
cards.
16. Been here since the very start. Set 1, a couple of cards as well, all the way up to set
Started
7.
from the bottom, now we're here.
From the bottom, now we're here. We got Cogsworth Grandfather Clock, also from set 2. Most recently, we've got Company Maurice's Machine. Was also set 7. I've always liked the art of the Dr. Facilier Agent Provocateur, but never really saw a whole lot of play with it, at least outside of the first chapter. But I do play this King of Hearts Picky Ruler quite a bit in my Wonderland 3, and your damage characters can't challenge your character, so I like that card quite a bit. But the Enchantress is beautiful. Does that have an epic? I know that one's coming back. Did they? Maybe
no,
I'm
not
making
yet.
that up. I don't
There's
think
the
that has an
potential.
epic.
I think.
Do you know what other card they did art for?
What's that?
Maui time.
It's Maui
Maui
time.
Demigod.
The
Yeah.
8
Yeah,
cost 8/8 quest for 3 steel Maui. That honestly, it's a pretty good
It's not
Maui.
bad. Yeah, I don't know why.
Honestly,
there's
there's Maui Hero to All is another good candidate for the Villain Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we can cross that bridge
In
when
the
we
future,
get there.
maybe.
I remember buying this Maui because I didn't have him yet for my 204 for set 1, and somebody at the store I was buying from was like, "You're never gonna play that card," and I was like, "You'll see, I'll show you." When I
That's
play
like
this card for the first time, I'll think of your face.
That was like when I
I
needed
don't think I ever played that card.
I needed like 1 or 2 cards for the play set of set or the master set of set 1, and I was in Florida at Disney World, and I went to like a card store and I found it. I finally found one of the last cards, and it was like $2. I was like, yes, let's get it. It was Tamatoa, so shiny, and I thought to myself,
Oh,
I'm never gonna play this card. It is so bad, but I need it for my set, so I'll buy one. And $2 is probably more than I want to pay for this super rare. I mean, it's not even a legendary. And I was like, all right, we'll grab it. We need it for our master set. And here I am now. 2 years
It's a
later.
whole-
and
it's a
sad
whole
that
nother
it's gone.
conversation.
Yeah,
we don't have-
items were just so not great at the beginning. Go on. I'm sorry, Brad. Go on.
No, I
There
was
was no
going to say the
Pawpsicle.
exact same thing. You probably are. Yeah, it's just a testament, and something that I'm holding on to as well. With a lot of people are upset with the the reprints right now. But
A lot of
like,
people
I
are
feel
upset
like
with your
even
predictions, Brad. What?
thank you, me too. The Tamatoa is a prime example where in set 1, nobody really got any value out of it. When sets came out, that Tamatoa became such a problem. Everybody was playing it, and it worked out because that Ravensburger knew at the time that, like, hey, in a couple of sets, this card's going to be really good. And another prime example right now is the Naveen and the Down in New Orleans. Like, Naveen was good when he came out, but like, he clearly synergizes with that 6-cost song that he can sing when he's played, right? And thematically, they go together too. So you can see that they have these little ideas that they're sprinkling in here, and then like, so that's why I'm not quick to jump on the grab your sword when all these reprints come out. And like, I know they're not all the best reprints and not everybody's happy about them, but I'd like to believe and stay positively that like in a set, next set, these cards aren't going to feel so bad. A lot of these cards you're going to see what they're trying to do with them. I just hope more people can maybe think that way. But again, I wasn't trying. That's just a tangent.
Yeah.
That the Tamatoa really was like, yes, that's exactly right. So
I disagree. I'm gonna grab the mob song.
How
I'm
long?
just kidding. I'm totally
so
just messing with you,
How
sir.
long until we have till we have what do you call it? Supporting actor Johnny Depp playing singing Pirate's Life in the game? How long until we have Jack Sparrow doing Pirate's Life?
All
mean,
right.
Just made me start thinking of like
this.
I'm gonna ask you in the Constituents Corner, like the thematic combos in Lorcana. It's a good idea.
It is a
All
good
right.
idea. We should discuss it. But this podcast has officially long gone off the rails.
We're
And
fine.
if you're still listening, I really appreciate it.
This is
'cause
one
I
of our shorter
appreciate
episodes.
you. It might be one of our shorter
is.
episodes. But let us know your thoughts on Villain of the Week. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you're joining us on audio, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.
And if you're joining us on YouTube, there's only about 20 more minutes left in this episode. Don't worry, we're gonna have a few more discussions.
There's
here.
not. I promise. There's not going to be. Shutting it down.
Vince is
Shut it
shutting
down.
me down. We have less than 30 seconds left in this episode. You need to smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and tune in for all of our extra stuff. Harry, go, Brad.
We understand your time is valuable, so we appreciate you spending a little bit of it with us. If you would like to follow along as we plot our deep, consider following us on our socials. We're on Instagram, Blue Sky, and the platform formerly known as Twitter @Rules of Villainy. We know we also have a growing community on Discord in which you can join with the link below.
Did you have to?
Don't forget TikTok, sir. Don't forget TikTok, sir. Don't
Vince
forget
is
TikTok.
on TikTok.
Oh,
now.
TikTok now. Let's go.
Did you have
Yeah,
to do
I
it in a
know,
high-pitched
let's go.
voice, Brad? It makes it sound like I sped you up.
Until next week, stay safe, fellow villains. Be wary of wannabe heroes who want to disrupt your villainous plans. And as always, remember the rules of villainy.